It has a gig of RAM. That's impressive. Wow.
That's more than I expected. Ah! Ah! That was my alarm for work from before I changed shifts.
Well, that actually segues well into a topic. I actually have been meaning to get back and finish Persona 5.
It's a great game. I played
I
through
got
it
up
twice.
to the I got up to the what were they called? What were the dungeons called in that game? Castles, palaces.
Palaces?
Yeah.
Palace.
I was up to the last one, and I just I never got around to finishing it.
The last
I got
one,
busy with
or
uni and stuff.
what seems like the last one?
I guess what seems like the last one.
Who was the king of it?
God,
Or the ruler of it?
um.
By the way, spoilers for Persona 5.
Yeah, well, okay. Spoilers for Persona 5. Shit, I don't remember. As I said, it's been a long. I think it's like a year since I last played it.
I mean, you don't need to tell me a name. Just tell me what they look like, and I'll probably remember them.
That's the problem I'm having. I'm just looking at the wiki. I'm just looking at the wiki. I don't care.
Were you playing 5 or were you playing 5 Royal?
Royal wasn't out at the time.
Ah, okay. Okay, then yeah, the actual last palace is... Well, no. Because there's a thing actually after the last palace.
Shit, might not have been the last one. Anyway, I was very close near the end of the game. Wait, is it Shido?
Shido, okay, that is close to the game. That's not the last. There is one more after that.
Okay, it looked like the end of the game. We're getting to the climax at the end of the story.
Yeah, no, it is the climax of it's the pseudo climax.
Right.
After that, there's like, all right, we've done this, and then it's like, but wait, there's more.
Right.
And the part after that, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's really good.
Yeah, I was borrowing a copy off my mate, and he ended up wanting the copy back because he was like selling his PS4 and wanted like a bundle of games. So I'll go and like buy a cheap secondhand copy somewhere. I'm sure I can find it fairly cheap at this point.
Honestly, just get Royal.
I might look. I kind of want to get Royal
because in Royal it has all the same content plus more. So if you're gonna go buy it anyway, might as well buy the one with the extra content.
Yeah, that's fair. But when I first played Persona 5, for like the first, I think 30 minutes I didn't play it. I just stood in like the first area. I was like, wow, this music's really good. I just didn't even move.
Damn, this music's bopping.
Like, a lot of game soundtracks are fairly boring and you don't really remember them after you finish the game. But there's some games out there where the soundtrack is like so good that there is
absolutely
a lot of songs you remember, like the when you're just walking around outside the main cafe area, like the music that plays there, or the battle music in Persona 5. There's so many songs I can distinctly remember.
It's so good. Like, I've almost finished Persona 4 Golden, and well, I don't like the game as much as 5. I definitely like 5 more. The music is that same, just amazing level.
Yeah. I've got Golden on Steam. I haven't played it yet. You were saying that it might be a bit of a pain in the Proton?
If you play it with Proton Experimental, apparently it fixed a lot of the issues I was having when I initially tried to play it.
That's good.
So I'll have to have a look at that. Oh, cool. Now that I'm almost done playing the game on my Vita. Thanks.
I've been looking at I've been playing some games under PCSX recently, or PCSX2. And I've got Persona 3 downloaded, or Persona 3 Fest.
Same. Yeah. I have that set up as well.
I haven't played it yet.
Audio's a pain in that emulator, on Linux especially.
I didn't have Oh, sorry?
Because you have to finagle it for every game.
I didn't have really any issue, at least with the... right now I'm playing through Shin Megami Tensei 3. I didn't have any issues with it there.
Yeah, in Persona 3, the audio sounds fine.
Right.
It's just slightly delayed. And that
Ah,
bothers me because
okay.
I'll go through the menu and the clicks will be a little behind when I'm actually going through it and seeing it change.
Right. Maybe stuff is slightly delayed and I'm just not noticing it. It's possible.
I think it's just Persona 3 because different games do different things because that
Hmm.
emulator is still really have to configure it for the games,
Yeah, yeah.
which is a little annoying, but I think that's just elimination with PS2 emulation.
Mm. It worked. Like I remember when PS2 emulation barely worked, but
Fair.
it's really good nowadays. Like even on like fairly mid-range systems, it's really good.
Yeah, I think the worst experience I've had was I loaded up Jack 3 on the PS2 emulator, and all the textures and shadows were wonky, but the game itself played.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's all
So
that
like
matters at the end of the day.
I could get it to where the textures were mostly okay. Eyes were like this weird rainbowy thing, and shadows just stretched to the edge of the screen, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what they were or where they were. They always stretched off to the side of the screen,
It's
which was not
playable.
unplayable. It just didn't look very pretty.
Yeah. Well, and Jack 3 is it's a fairly good-looking PS2 game. I think
It
one of the
really is.
things I think one of the things a lot of PS2 games did well that a lot of games now are really struggling with. It's the same thing with like early PS1 stuff. They're trying to go like really high realism. But there was an era there where you had a lot of stylized games, and the stylized games are the ones that still look really, really good nowadays.
Right, yeah. I
Like
wish
take
more games would go for that stylized look instead of
mm,
hyper realism. Because
like
like I
take
see
Okami for
all
something
these.
like
You were
something like
saying?
Okami on the PS2 is a beautiful game even now.
Oh yeah, but like I'm seeing all these new releases, and I'm looking at them. It's like it looks like they were all made in the exact same engine with the same textures. I feel
Have you
like that one game could walk into three others and would not look out of place.
have you seen the trailer for what is it called? Wukong Black Myth?
I don't think so.
Oh sorry, Black Myth Wukong, whatever. Um it looks really, really, really good. But it's gotten to the point where we've hit this insane level of realism that I don't know. Like, there's not really many places you can go from there without the budgets getting just insanely expensive.
Oh my
They're already
god.
bad enough.